Okay, welcome back guys to another episode of my devlog series here. Episode 6. Already it's going by a lot quicker than I think. That means that there's a lot less time than I thought, right? Just already like 1.5 months over, almost 2 now. But let's take a bit of a look what we did this week, huh? Okay, so now it's actually Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday I did something else, what you will probably also see in a video at some point. It's going to be a pretty interesting ride. But now I fixed all the little issues and problems I had with the auto posting here. So one issue was that I was doing that not once a minute but once an hour, which is why I had this moment at the end of the last video on Sunday where it just would not work whatsoever. I mean, it would have worked a little bit if I would have waited for a complete hour, but hey, there we are. Interesting. Yeah, so now it announces new videos now. Almost. It is almost. We can now I can't edit his message, obviously. But this is now working basically. I mean, I broke it intentionally now, so it's posting something here, but it's working under normal circumstances, or it should work under normal circumstances. So the other issue was that I was running out of the API currency. I don't know. I also explained it in the last video, I think. So essentially I have 10,000 API call units a day, and the way I was doing it before was costing me 100 units per call. And so I would run out of these units before a full day is over. So I fixed that now as well. I'm just using another API method which should work as well, and that has a cost of 3 instead of 100. So if I calculated it correctly, I should now be able to call this actually a little bit more than twice a minute. I think it was like 2.3 times a minute or something. So once a minute is completely fine. So this is now done with all of that. Now the big question obviously is what to tackle next, but that's a question I will have to answer tomorrow, not today. And well, let's see tomorrow, I guess, and see what I did. Okay, so now I started doing some stuff here on this beautiful Thursday, and as you can maybe already see a little bit, I started working on the role feature, right? So with role list, we can now get a list of all the available roles to us, and then in theory with role add or role remove, I could give myself a role or take that away. The plan is that there will be multiple roles for different purposes. For example, one role for upload, which I have just created, and then that all the people with that role will get basically pinged once I upload a video. And so that you can essentially then go ahead and choose, do I want to be in that role? Do I want to get pinged for stuff like that or not? Or maybe like other stuff, for example, just showing certain channels to people with a certain role. So it's like not a bazillion channels you don't care about, only channels that you do care about. I don't know, for example, let's say you were interested in the Minecraft server, then you would give yourself the role add MC server, I don't know, and then this would be right there. So obviously there are roles like the admin role that not every user should be able to give themselves. So what I did for that, if I go into the server settings here, I hope this is all stuff that you are allowed to see, but I mean we are in streaming mode, so so these are all the roles that are currently there. And So as you can see, the admins or the member role, for example, or everyone, these are all roles that just are the name, while the upload role has the hashtag in front of it, which is just the kind of thing that I now use if there's like a hashtag. Let's say we can actually make a new role. Let's actually make MC server, for example. Save those changes, go out of here again, role list, and there is only one. I have an idea where the issue is for that. For each item output and then append, I don't know. Function item, this should be called for every if, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like this is a thing that I still have to fix, but hey, it's in here now. And if I create a new role add, this is useless. And now if I role list, it's not there. So that at least worked a little bit. Okay, so now I still have to implement that the list is properly working and that the list is also listing the ones that you currently have, and then that you can also add and remove roles. And yeah, but this is just a first kind of little do that in there. So yeah, let's go and do some more stuff. Alright, so now when we type in role list, we can see all the available roles and my roles. So as you can see, I am in the upload and the MC server role. And if I type this now again, role list, and there are none. Get started by typing role add role name. So let's just do that. Role add upload without the hashtag in front. That's not necessary. Welcome in the upload role. Maybe I should welcome to the upload role. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, if I now type role list, then oh yeah, I am in the upload role, and indeed, I am in the upload role. And I can also add myself to the other one. And as you can see, this works beautifully. Okay. So now only removing is left, but that is something I think for tomorrow. Okay, so now on this wonderful Friday, I actually finished the role command completely. So now what you can do, role list, and we can see we have the available roles, upload and MC server. And my actual roles that I have right now are none, so I could go role add upload, for example. And now we can see that I am in that role, and with role remove upload, I can now go out of this role. And yeah, if I try something like role add admin, for example, which is a role that actually exists. Oh geez, welcome in the admin role. That doesn't exist actually. And it actually says that I have no roles. So, why does it do that? Add. No, this is the wrong file. This actually is the right file. Admin. Admin add, or not admin, role add role, get roles index of. So we are getting all the roles with. All right, this gives us all the roles that are existing. Let's try something here. Role add. Yeah, so this just doesn't work. The check is not really checking a whole lot. Alright, now this is looking a little bit better. Roll add. And yep, that role doesn't exist, but roll add upload. Nice. Alright, now it's actually working. Roll add upload, that works. Roll add that does not work, as you can see. And again, roll add MC server, that looks pretty dope. And we can also remove that role again, and the other one as well, because why not? Alright, that looks pretty sweet. And yeah, that was actually already it with programming for this week. But I'm now going to do some fun file server maintenance stuff. Yeah, so I have my NAS, if you didn't know, which is actually more like a server, or more like a old Lenovo ThinkStation workstation with a couple hard drives and stuff like that. And this is currently running a Windows server with a Hyper-V hypervisor, which is the Microsoft virtualization tool essentially. And in a virtual machine then there's running a FreeNAS, but I don't really need Windows Server anymore, so now I want to kill that and just install FreeNAS natively. And that's going to be hopefully a lot of fun. And if you see this here, then this worked, because this is actually recording onto that file server still now. Yeah, so let's see how that all goes. Alright, and as you can see now, it's not only Saturday, but I have FreeNAS now running on ESXi, which is pretty cool. And it's actually working pretty well as far as I can tell. And I also can now directly pass through stuff like the storage controller or the 10 gigabit network card here to the FreeNAS VM. So yep, that means that it should be maybe even a tad bit faster and more efficient now. Also now has 48 gigs of RAM, yeah, the entire host. So yeah, to summarize, I fixed the video upload notification functionality of the bot, so that's working now as intended basically. Other than that, I also added the command for adding, removing and listing roles that users can join by themselves. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it. And then I did some other stuff. So as you might have noticed throughout the video, I tested out Linux a little bit, because I'm now going to more or less fully switch over to Linux. It's just I like it. I liked it a lot now, playing a little bit around with it, to be honest. And the big argument against Linux always is kind of the program availability, and especially now with Steam and Steam Play and Proton, this just is not a big issue anymore, at least for games. So for example, like half my Steam library is native on Linux anyways. And then all the games that I tried so far using Proton, so I tried like some indie jump and run game and BeamNG Drive, both of which worked, as far as I can tell, perfectly fine with Proton, and not with like a big performance decrease or something like that. Yeah, there's a first kind of push into the direction of getting rid of Windows in my environment is that I got rid of my Windows Hyper-V server and replaced that with ESXi, where we'll still have like probably a Windows VM or two on there, but mostly going to get rid of Windows. Now the only problem that's left is the entire Adobe Creative Cloud suite, which I kinda depend on as a YouTuber. So yeah, I still have to try it out how it works in a virtual machine. But I still edited this video here now directly on Windows again, just because it's a little bit easier. But we will see how that all plays out. And once I'm completely switched over to Linux, I will probably also start making a couple of videos about it, I think. Yeah, then that, what is the plan for next week? Next week is actually a little bit short, so next week there won't be a video probably, because I am going to have some holidays actually. I'm going to go on a vacation for 1.5 weeks or so, I think. And I'm going to go away on Friday, so yeah, uploading and making the video on Friday or Saturday won't be happening probably. I also probably won't do a whole lot of development next week. I will just kind of try to switch over to Linux and get everything set up again, I guess. But yeah, then there's like a little break in the series, and once I'm back, everything should get started again. When is that actually? We are here in here. I'm going to go away there, and I'm going to come back September 10th or 9th or 8th. I'm not sure, like somewhere around there I'm going to come back, and that week I will start everything up as normal again. So until then, guys, have a great time. See you all then. Bye bye.